Hello there. My name is Traveling Matt, and I'm a visitor here from another world. The world I refer to can be seen every week here on HBO. It is called Fraggle Rock. Ah! These are Fraggles, and this is Fraggle Rock.
Dance your cares away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock.
Whoa! Whew. Anyway, Fraggles are a noble race. But they are not the only characters living in Fraggle Rock. Nay, nay. There are also the funny little doozers. Ha! Ha ha ha!
Let's open the road.
Lower the bridge!
Steady. Okay, now the road.
Those were the tiny doozers, and these are the giant gorgs. Ah!
One of these days I'll get you, Fraggles.
You will see all this and more here on HBO when you tune into Fraggle Rock, the new fantasy show by the Muppets. Remember, that's Fraggle Rock on HBO. Ha ha!
Premiering Monday on HBO. Watch for a new episode each week. Down at Fraggle Rock, they're celebrating the Festival of the Bells.
Let the festival begin!
But what's this? A non-believer?
Have you ever seen the Great Bell?
Not with my eyes.
Well then, how do you know it really exists?
What will it take to convince Gobo?
It's all a lie!
Will he let his fellow Fraggles freeze?
I wonder what it's like being able to feel your hands and feet.
Find out when HBO rings the bells of Fraggle Rock. Monday.
What a great day, eh, Sprocket? Collecting seashells from the beach along our bay. So many different shapes and sizes. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, this is a conch shell. You can hear the ocean inside. Put it to your ear and you'll hear the roar of the waves. Isn't that something? What do you mean, you can't hear the roar? You're hearing music? Someone's talking? Give me that. All new adventures of Fraggle Rock in January on HBO. What's that supposed to mean? The music is kind of nice, Phil. Oh, of course, this shell is defective. Here, try another one. Ah, isn't that better? If you just use your imagination, you can almost see the waves crashing along the shore, the gulls overhead, the clouds rolling by.
Watch for all new adventures on Fraggle Rock, premiering January 7th on HBO.
McDonald's presents
Great news, Fraggles! Greater than a one Fraggle ping pong game?
Greater Than Laundry.
Tell me, Gobo. No, let me guess. No, tell me! Ah!
It says...
Kids get one of 4 Fraggle Rock toys when their parents buy them a McDonald's Happy Meal featuring Jim Henson's Fraggle Rock. There's Red Fraggle in a radish, Gobo in a carrot, Moki in an eggplant, or Boober and Wembley in a pickle.
I think I'll capture that news in something arty. But first, let's party! Hooray!
What would you call a place where they eat radishes and plastic buildings for dinner?
Architecture is meant to be enjoyed.
Where they work only 30 minutes a week.
Sometimes I put in 2, maybe 3 minutes of overtime.
And they think we have something in common with E.T.
That hole is outer space.
They call it Fraggle Rock.
It is thus called because it is a rock, and
Fraggles live there.
Fraggle Rock, for little people and big people.
On next week's episode of Fraggle Rock.
Oh, this is going to be perfect, Sprocket.
It's back to beginnings. Doc's first day in the workshop. Sprocket's first glimpse of the neighbors. Uncle Matt's first expedition. Gobo's first postcard.
Help! Do something! Do anything!
And the gang's very first adventure. All right here in Fraggle Rock, where all the fun begins. Starting tomorrow night at 7:30, 6:30 Central Time.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
I love Fraggle Rock.
Chris, why don't you read something?
Do I have to?
Well, dinner's not ready for an hour.
But the Fraggles are really fun. Wow, Fraggles!
The
center of the universe.
Now reading can be as enjoyable as watching Fraggle Rock on TV with the new Fraggle Rock Club. Jim Henson's family of Muppets make reading fun for your 3 to 7-year-old. Call now and get What's a Fraggle on approval for $3.99 plus delivery, a free book, and this Fraggle Rock record and tote bag. We'll send 2 books about every 6 weeks at $3.99 per book. You can cancel after 4 more shipments.
But Fraggles loves to read.
He's finally found books he really likes.
Discovering the Fraggle Rock Club is a terrific idea.
With free gifts, it pays to join the Fraggle Rock Club. Call this toll-free number now.
The Disney Channel has the crazy Fraggles.
Oh, joy!
And they're completely out of control.
It's time to bring out the whoopee cushion. Why did the radish kiss the banana? Because it had a peel. Get it? A peel.
Jim Henson's Fraggles want you to join the party. You can find them running amok.
Don't overdo the hype.
In Fraggle Rock, today on the Disney Channel.
Next week on Fraggle Rock, Boober's got a problem.
You're a worthless coward, right?
But Marjorie the Trash Heap's got an answer.
Read it out, Marjorie.
Always wear a hat.
And Boober gets tough.
Is that your nose, or did you swallow a trumpet?
Oh, no. Will Boober lose his courage with his hat? Will Sprocket find Doc's missing stave shaver? What is a stave shaver? Find out next week on Fraggle Rock.
This week on Fraggle Rock, life becomes frazzled for Gobo.
First up to get the mail, now up to the Gorg's garden. It's turning out to be a dangerous day.
Unfortunately, Gobo is right. Later, Gobo leads an expedition to save Wembley from the Gorgs, but can the Fraggles escape? And what of Uncle Traveling Matt?
Excuse me.
So tune in when Doc asks,
Why are we always getting postcards for a guy named Gobo Fraggle?
This week on Fraggle Rock.
This week on Fraggle Rock.
Something terrible! There are no radishes!
When the radishes vanish, everybody panics.
But radishes are the staff of life, the sustainer of Fraggledom. Ashes! All is ashes!
And it's all because of the Trash Heap's secret plan.
Ashes in one of her save the world.
Will the famine lead to peace and understanding? Find out on this week's episode of Fraggle Rock. Today on HBO.
Sprocket, here's an interesting item. It's about home box office. HBO is holding a sweepstakes. Grand prize is a trip. It says... Now, just a minute, Sprocket. You haven't won yet. It says here, this is... It says here, this is the big Fraggle Rock sweepstakes. The grand prize is a trip for a family of 4 to Fraggle Rock. Plus, free HBO for a full year. Ever heard of Fraggle Rock? Oh, doesn't ring a bell with me either. And look here, even if you don't win the grand prize trip, there are 20,000 first prizes of Fraggle Fun Packs, including a record, poster, and decals. How about it, Sprocket? Want to take a trip to Fraggle Rock? Let's read this.
Would you and your family like to take a trip to Fraggle Rock? You could meet all your favorite Fraggles, plus get HBO free for a year if you enter HBO's Fraggle Rock sweepstakes. To get your rules and entry blank, fill out a stamped self-addressed envelope and send it to Fraggle Rock Sweepstakes, Box 799, Lowell, Indiana, 46356. Then, just name your favorite Fraggle, send in your entry blank, and you might win a trip to Fraggle Rock.
Oh, it sounds great, Sprocket. You gonna do it? Who knows? Maybe you'll win a trip to Fraggle Rock. And then you'll find out what a Fraggle is. Personally, I don't think there are such things as Fraggles.
Welcome to fascinating Fraggle Rock, home of the curious Fraggles.
Now, here come Gobo, Red, Moki, Boober, and Wembley. Busy little characters who love vegetables and exploring the world around them. The Fraggles have now arrived at McDonald's in their Vegemobile. And for just $2.20, you can take a Fraggle home in a game box. Let them explore your world.
Fraggles, now at McDonald's.
Tomorrow on Fraggle Rock.
The trash heap is gone!
There's a heap of trouble in the Gord's garden.
Hello, boys. It's me, the trash heap.
And if the Fraggles don't get moving,
There you go! Look out for the rock! Look out for the rock! Okay, look out for the well! Turn!
the trash heap may never be the same.
Well, sakes alive, it doesn't matter at all. I just have this little bitty voice problem.
Find out what's happening on tomorrow's episode of Fraggle Rock. Tomorrow on Fraggle Rock.
Behold, Traveling Matt is home!
Our intrepid adventurer returns to a hero's welcome.
Great! Ooh, we can explore together.
Careful of your head here, Gobo.
But Fraggle Rock may not be big enough for both of them.
You two heroic explorers are going in two different directions.
That does it, Gobo! You are going to have a spanking!
Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode when we...
Welcome home, Uncle Matt!
On the next episode of Fraggle Rock.
Radish roast is on!
Come on!
But can the Fraggles pick the largest radish in the universe right out from under Junior's nose?
Oh, Geraldine! She left me!
Can Moki save Geraldine from Boober's radish recipe?
Well, first I was going to parboil it. Then...
We're doing a parboil, the Gord's best friend!
Or has Junior lost the only friend he ever grew? Find out on the next episode of Fraggle Rock.
TNT's got Fraggle Rock, and that's a Fraggle promise.
Waffle, 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 Garpa Sundays, whoopee!
Tonight at 6 Eastern on TNT.